Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute. I know I've missed to be here, but in today's episode, I'm going to be explaining so many things. And this channel has changed a lot due to so many reasons that I'm going to be explaining to you in the due course. My name is Nasra Hassan and welcome once again. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do click the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell so that you get notified each time we upload new content. Do not go anywhere because we'll be right back. Hey and welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to talk about spiritual awakening, which explains many reasons as to why I disappeared and the reason as to why this channel has even taken a different direction, or not totally a different direction, but it has changed the name. It's no longer Emotion and now it is Real Life Perspective. Reason being, when I started this channel, Emotion, the main aim was to talk specifically about men's mental health. It is a good thing. It is not like I'm going to stop really talking about men's mental health. It really matters a lot and I'm going to keep talking about it. But then I've been through my spiritual awakening. I'm still going through spiritual awakening, and for anyone who has experienced spiritual awakening knows how much your whole paradigm shift when it comes to your whole perspective about life. Once you go through spiritual awakening, there's a way how you develop, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, your psychic ability increases a lot, that you feel like you no longer fit in certain boxes. And due to that reason, I felt like Emotion was like kind of putting me in a certain box where I just have to be specific, to only talk about the specific thing. But then after that spiritual awakening, I felt like there's so much, because once you go through spiritual awakening, you stop viewing life or the world according to your surrounding, according to your environment. You connect to your higher self, that you expand and you feel like you're more connected to your inner self, to your soul. You start viewing the world in a much broader perspective. You feel like life is more than just what we are used to. You feel like there's much more to life than what we are given, than the usual things that we are used to. You feel like you just want to do more. And given that, I felt like even this channel, there's more to humanity, there's more in the world. There are so many issues than just men's mental health. It's not like it does not matter. It matters a lot. At least to me, it really does matter. And I will still be talking about that. But now, in Real Life Perspective, men's mental health is going to be part of the issues that I'm going to be talking about. Real Life Perspective, it's going to be more about mental health. It is priority to me. It matters a lot. We shall talk about mental health in a broader perspective. We are going to talk about empowerment. We are going to have different conversations, soul-to-soul conversations, those much deeper conversations like what I'm going to be talking about today, the spirituality, because these are deeper conversations that you may not hear so many people talking about, yet they also really matter. People go through a lot of spiritual warfare and they don't know what is happening inside. There's no one they can run to. So I felt like, given my own experience, I know what I've been through, a lot of spiritual warfare, which I couldn't even talk to someone. It's hard to get someone who can resonate with you when you explain to them that you are going through spiritual awakening. It's really hard even to open up. So I felt like this could also be the platform that is going to help some people who are going through the same experience So, briefly, I can say, according to my own understanding, spiritual awakening is the phase in life where the universe is transitioning one from the lower vibration to a higher vibration. What does this mean? Just like the world be transitioning, also human beings, we transition. Our mind transitions from different dimensions or different levels on which we perceive the world. So when you are in your 3D, which is third dimension, it means your level of understanding the world is shaped by the environment around you, your environment, just the physical world. Whereas the 5D or the fifth dimension, it is where you now start perceiving the world just beyond your environment, beyond what you see, beyond your surrounding. You come to that level of start even questioning why you are here. The purpose comes in. Your purpose, you start questioning the whole universe. You start questioning why you are here on this earth. It is more beyond what we see, the physical world. It is more beyond the societal norms. So a spiritual awakening, briefly, is when the universe is taking you from 3D to 5D. I hope you've understood what 3D is and 5D is. In today's episode, we are going to explain the signs that show that one is going through spiritual awakening. So without further ado, let's dive in. So sign number one, when you're going through spiritual awakening, you disconnect with yourself. All of a sudden, you start questioning your existence. You start feeling it's like you really knew who you are, but all of a sudden, you no longer know who you are. You've lost your sense of being. You start wondering, why am I on this planet? What is my purpose on this planet? What am I here for? You start questioning more about your purpose on this earth. That is the sign number one, that you are going through spiritual awakening. Sign number two, the physical world no longer makes sense to you. Everything that is happening in the world, what we watch on TV, on news, it makes you even wonder, what is happening? What is this world that you are living in? You feel like the world no longer makes sense to you. You wonder, why are people doing what they are doing? You feel like you even start detaching from the material things. You feel like the physical world no longer matter. You feel like there's something more to just what we see, to what we are given, to what we are told, to all the norms, all these societal norms. You feel like there's more than just that in this world. But then you are wondering, what is happening in this world? The world seems weird, and you feel like you no longer fit in. You no longer fit in this physical world. It is just weird. Sign number three, you no longer resonate with your old beliefs, with all these societal norms. You no longer resonate with them. You just feel like all the things that you were taught, even since your childhood, you just no longer resonate. You just feel like, no, this is not how the world is supposed to be. All the norms, whatever you were told, you just feel like there's just more, there's something missing in all those norms, all the structure that we are supposed to follow. Sometimes you might even start questioning even the things you learned from school. You just feel like even the things you learned from school, they really just don't make sense. Like each and everything that shaped your perspective about the world, you feel like it is off. Even the things we learned from school, even the course you did, you start feeling like there's something missing there. I can relate because I remember when I chose my course, journalism, because I studied journalism and mass communication, I was so passionate. I knew what I was going to do with that knowledge. I knew what I wanted to be in this world. But all of a sudden, I started even feeling like even the degree that I hold does not really make sense to me. I started just feeling it's a little bit weird when you are going through this phase of spiritual awakening. Your environment or your place, let's say your space, your environment is disorganized in a way. How can I explain it? You feel like your environment is too noisy. You step outside to the supermarket to buy something. You see how the cars are moving, how people are moving. You just feel like it is too noisy. Things are just disorganized. You see the car moving, you feel like it's too much noise. It's too much disorganized. Why? What is happening? You know? You feel like you've just woken up from a dream. You start living in this world like as if you've just woken up from a dream, and all of a sudden, whatever is happening in this world, in your environment, is just strange. It might even be the usual noise that you are used to. But when you are in your spiritual awakening, you start feeling like it is too much noise. People are just moving in a disorganized way, the way people are walking. When you go downtown, you see people moving. You just feel like it is just annoying. You feel like it is strange. Why are people moving like this? Why are they disorganized in the way they are just moving? Even if they are just doing their own things, they are just minding their own business, you just fail to understand what is happening in the environment. You'll find even your space where you sleep, let's say in your room, you feel like it is just disorganized in a way. All of a sudden you start feeling like the place where you've enjoyed to sleep in more than a year or even 5 years, all of a sudden it starts feeling like it is disorganized. However much you try to clean, however much you try to lay your bed, you just feel like the room is so disorganized. People who come from outside, they will see that, oh, your room is nice, you're so organized. But in you feel like, it's just disorganized. Something is missing. Sign number 5 that you're going through spiritual awakening is you lose interest in most of the activities that used to give you joy. You start losing interest in your hobbies, in your day-to-day routines that you used to enjoy doing. You just lose interest. You feel like you no longer enjoy the things you used to do. Some of them, you can keep doing them simply because they have just become your day-to-day routine. But the way how you used to feel, the way how they used to make you feel, it is different. You no longer enjoy the things you used to do. If you used to like to play football, you just feel like it no longer feels the way it used to feel before. However, if it had become a routine, maybe you have friends, you can just go there to do because your friend had called you, come and we do this. You just go and do it, but you lose interest. You no longer enjoy doing it. Number 6, you find that there will be even changes in your diet. The food that you used to enjoy eating, you no longer enjoy it. You no longer feel, you know, eating is compulsory. You cannot live without food, without eating. So you'll just find yourself eating. You'll eat breakfast, you will eat lunch, you'll eat supper, but you no longer enjoy the food that you used to enjoy. Let's say like me, I like to cook my own meals. I like to make my own breakfast, my own lunch, my own supper. But I used not to enjoy the food that I used to enjoy. However much I try to make it delicious, I will just eat because it is just food. You have to eat, you have to survive. But you no longer enjoy the food. However spicy it is, however delicious you try to make it, but you'll not enjoy the food. However, you will even start eating different type of food contrary to what you used to eat. Let's say, like, for example, I used not to like hot pepper or chili since I was young, I remember. But all of a sudden, I started liking hot pepper. I just feel like I want to cook. I go to the market, I buy hot pepper, I boil it in food. I used not to understand. I used to be like, what is happening to me? Because my diet it totally changed. I like to eat healthy food, but all of a sudden I started eating junks, and it became my normal diet, which used to be, for all those who know me, I'm a healthy eater, but all of a sudden I go in the morning, I buy chapati and tea, the things that used to be impossible to me. My diet completely changed. It's crazy. Number 7, you'll even find change in your style, your looks. You feel like all the clothes that you have, however much you look good in them, you will no longer feel them. You feel like you need to change your wardrobe, you know. Number 8, you also disconnect with people, your friends. You'll find that you cut off so many people, so many friends. You disconnect even from family members. But some of the people that you lose, it might be temporary, but others, it might be, let's say like your family members, obviously it will be temporary, but there are going to be boundaries, so many boundaries. There are so many things that are going to change, because this is a point of no return. If you no longer feel like interested in your friends, you feel like cutting them off, yeah, it will happen automatically. You just feel like you're no longer interested in friends. You feel like you want to be alone. You feel like you want to be by yourself. You feel like you just want to connect with all these emotions that are going on. It's not easy, but yeah, that's what it is when you're going through spiritual awakening. Number 9, all of a sudden you start experiencing deja vu memories. You find that so many memories, like even childhood memories that you could no longer remember about, all of a sudden they just start popping up, and you'll be wondering, why are these things coming? I didn't even remember that this thing happened in my childhood. You just start remembering so many things. You start experiencing things that happened as by the way, even some are just by the way. They start just popping up in your mind, and you'll be wondering, what is happening? All that you've been going through, that it is the battle within yourself. It is heavy, it is too much. For anyone who has experienced spiritual awakening, they can relate with what I'm talking about. It is not an easy journey, but I would like to encourage you. That's why I felt like it is very important for me to share this experience, to share this phase that I'm going through, because I remember how it started. When it started, I had no one. I had never heard this information that I'm giving from anywhere. Spiritual awakening is the type of information that you will never even hear from the people that you look up to, from the people who inspire you. It is a battle. It is too much. It is like a conflict between your inner world and your external world. You just feel like it is chaos going on. You feel like in your inner world it is chaos. Outside the physical world, it is too noisy. Like you just feel like you will lose momentum. You feel like you will have nowhere to stand. You feel like you would rather even commit suicide. When you are going through all this, you feel imbalanced. You feel like you lose sense of being. You even lose interest in life, because you feel like you don't fit in this world. You don't even know what your purpose is for you to be here. Then why would you even be in this world? I would rather die. It may lead to suicide when you don't know what is happening. And moreover, in this society where you will never hear this kind of information, no one will ever resonate with you. Just think about it. Going to your African mom and tell them that I want to take a break, I'm going through spiritual awakening. What will they think? They'll take you to the church, to the pastor to pray for you. They'll think maybe you are, I don't know, it is something demonic. But all in all, I wanted to share this experience to also help other people who can resonate. I know so many people may not resonate, but if you cannot resonate with this content, then you are not the audience. It is only for those who can resonate with it. I hope this video has helped you in one way. And if so, kindly do leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell us about your experiences. But also don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. That is the only way you can support my YouTube channel. I'll be so grateful to you. From real life perspective, I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Until then, it's a wrap. My name is Nasra Hassan. Bye bye and stay blessed.